Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Charles from the channel's Book on Stereo, and I'm here to give you guys my August on my radar. So I'm going to be a little bit ambitious for August. I'm going to push it a little bit because there are so many books that I want to read and so little time left in 2021, and I have to hit my reading goal. I'm currently almost 20 books ahead. I want to be further ahead so I can hit it and crush that goal. But I'm super excited for all the books I'm going to be reading in the month of August. There may be more, because I probably will finish these within the first 2 weeks of August, to be completely honest with you guys. But overall, my 2021 has been good. It hasn't been great, it hasn't been bad, it's just been good. I'm loving my puppy. My puppy is doing very well, so thank you for asking, even though you never asked. But yes, in general, I can't believe the year is over. It has been just a crazy marathon with just things changing all over the place, and now we're back to wearing masks because of the thing that should not be named. But you're not here to hear about my whole life situation. Let's get into the books. So I'm gonna give you a caveat. I'm not gonna know really anything about any of these books, so don't expect a synopsis. That's what Goodreads is for. So everyone and their mother has been telling me to read this book, and it's been all over BookTube. It's been blowing up on TikTok, and it is book 1 in the Ice Planet Barbarian series by Ruby Dixon. Don't know anything about this one except that it's aliens and fated mates, and that's all I really need to know. Hopefully this is really good. I really do like Ruby Dixon's other Fire Dragon, Dragon Shifter series. You know, I haven't finished that series just yet, but I'm super excited to be diving into this one. Then I have Wolf Ranch Russ. What is this? Wolf Rant Rough by Vanessa Vale and Renee Rose. That is a horrible title, but the cover is really nice. I think this is a cowboy paranormal romance. Then everyone and their mother has been telling me to read this book, and this is Sugar Daddies by Jade West. I shouldn't say not this book, but this author in general. All her books are very talked about on BookTube for being dark and taboo, and hopefully this one lives up to the hype because I'm ready for some dark, taboo, messed up stuff. Up next I have She Is With Me by S. Rena and B.L. Mute, and this is an FF dark mafia romance novella that I believe is going to be setting up a wider, kind of bigger series with the rest of the characters. And I'm really excited to be getting into this one. This one looked really good. And I've just been really in the mood for some good FF romance in my life. Doesn't anyone feel like you just need some good LGBT romance in your life every now and then? That's kind of how I feel right now. Up next, I have Popstar by Eden Finley, and this is a bodyguard MM romance. Then I have 302 Forbidden Avenue by Jenica Snow, and this is your classic virgin heroine and older hero. This is an age gap as well, and I'm super excited to be getting into this one. I love Jenica Snow. She really just provides quick, fast, very smutty, steamy reads, and I can't wait to get into this one. Then I'm also going to be trying to get into the 1001 Dark Knight series. So the first one I have is Vampire by Rebecca Zanetti, and this is a novella that takes place in her Dark Protector series. Don't know anything about this one, but I'm super excited to get into this. Then up next I have Saddle of Cowboy by Sade Reina. I hope that's how you pronounce the author's name, and this is a cowboy romance. She's a new to me author, but so far I have been loving everything that I have read by this author, so I'm super excited to try out more of her full-length novels. And then we have another 1001 Dark Knight entry, and this one is Mafia King by Rachel Van Dyken. I don't know why I picked this one up. I think it was just because it was short, but me and Rachel Van Dyken don't have the best relationship, so hopefully this will change that, but if it doesn't, it's kind of just more of the expected. Then up next I have the current favorite author that is kind of going around the BookTube community, and this one is Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. Now everyone and their mother who has read this book has absolutely loved this book, and hopefully this one lives up to the hype because I don't want to be burned like how I was burned with that other book that everyone was hyping up in BookTube. I'm not going to name names or name the book because I don't want to start drama, but if you want to know, DM me or leave a comment down below and I'll tell you. But just kidding. But I'm super excited to be getting into this one. This is a mafia romance, and this is also a signed copy, so super excited to get into this one. Then I have Someday Someday by Emma Scott, and this is an MM romance. I heard Gabby from Gabby Reads talk about this book and say it's really emotional and this is really good, so I'm super excited to be getting into this one. And this is my first Emma Scott book, so hopefully this is a good place to start with this author. And then up next I have And Then There Was Her by Jenica Snow. Don't know too much about this one, but the cover is really nice and I love Jenica Snow. And then up next I have Featherbed by Annabelle Albert, and this is part of the Venus and Veritas series that Serena Bowen is currently doing. I believe it's a small independent label that she has created that is basically focused on LGBT romance stories, and this one is an romance story if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully it is because that's the dude on the cover. Up next I have Filthy Boss by Piper Rain, and this seems like an office place romance. I haven't read this author, but I definitely seen her books kind of popping up everywhere, so I'm super excited to give this author a shot. Then I have You Can See Me by A.A. Avia, and this is a menage romance MMM, and our main hero is actually blind, and it's his romance with 2 other characters. So I'm super excited to get into this one. I don't know too much about this one, but Avia is like slowly creeping up my list as one of my favorite authors, so I'm super excited about reading this book. And then up next I have Blood and Honey by Shelby Mahurin, and this is book 2, and I don't know what the name of the series is. I think it's A God of Monsters, but I'm super excited to get into this one. Even though I haven't heard the best things about this book, I still really like the world, and I'm hoping that can kind of hold me over a little bit, even though people say it's not the best. Up next I have The Other Black Girl, and this is like a social kind of commentary thriller, and I believe it's really compared to Get Out. I don't know too much about this one, but I heard a lot of people talking about this book, so I'm super excited to get into this one as well. Then I have Hairpin Bridge by Taylor Adams. I don't know anything about this book, but I love Taylor Adams. He wrote No Exit, which is one of my favorite thrillers of all time, so I'm super excited to get into this book. Then up next I have Dream Girl by Laura Lippman, and this is another thriller. I heard Gabby from Gabby Reese talk about this book and say it's a little bit boring, so that makes me a little bit apprehensive, but the cover is really nice. It seems like it would be an interesting premise. It's kind of like an homage to Misery by Stephen King. I like that book. I like that author, so hopefully I like this book. Then, if you can like actually see the cover, I have The Silver Serpents by Roshani Chokshi, and this is like book 2 in like the Gilded Wolves trilogy. I don't know if it's a trilogy. Don't quote me on that. I'm not quite sure, but this is the second book, and I can't wait to get to this one. And then finally, I have Every Last Fear by Alex Finlay, and this is a thriller as well. I have a lot of thrillers because like thrillers are kind of my jam, and this one has been one that has been popping up on BookTube here and there, and I've been super intrigued to read it and kind of see what all the hype is about for this book. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know down in the comment section down below if you have read any of these books, and let me know which books I should prioritize. But thank you again for so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys with a brand new video. Peace.